This is an update on the garden. It's just about to start raining, so I don't know how long I'm going to be out here for. So, the last time you saw me, I'd put all my seeds in. I think I had anyway. And then since then, I've had a squirrel or something keep digging up all the seeds and pretty much everything that was outside. So I have got barely anything growing. That's what that chicken wire is for. It was to eventually cover all this up. But whatever has been doing it has stopped now, luckily. So what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around in a minute and show you what has grown and what I'll be doing. Because this probably won't be a very long video because it's been a bit of a disaster. But you know, it is what it is. So I'll turn you around and I'll show you what's going on. Right, so this is the progress of the plants. This is a couple of days after the two clips you're going to see before and after this, because last time I filmed this, I'd done the wrong setting and it did like a fucking slow motion video that had no sound. Since then, something's been back in here and dug all the little plants up that was growing, which some of them were tomatoes and stuff like that, but they was just stuff I chucked in there. There was bits of old tomatoes and stuff like that I just chucked in there just to see something would grow. Bit like this one, which does actually have a tomato growing, a couple of tomatoes. But this doesn't really matter what grows in there. That's for putting bigger plants in eventually. So that's, whatever happens with that doesn't really matter. I've got a couple of tiny little bloody tomatoes there. I don't know if you'll be able to see these, but there's some stuff growing there. That's the leftovers of the pepper plant. That's grown a bit. I don't reckon that's really going to grow much though. Onions, and that's just random stuff. Something has grown really well though. I've never ever had this much growth on this tree ever. Is my citrus tree. All of this is all new. All of that's new. Never ever seen it grow that much ever. And do you know why that grew that much? Because I hadn't watered it for 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks that it didn't get watered, it sprouted everywhere. And now I am regularly watering it. It's growing really nice. So yeah, this one grows a bit better because it gets put outside. I do have 2 of these, but the other one is it's indoors and I can't really move that one. This one gets taken in and out because you can't leave these out because they can't handle the colder weather. So when it starts getting cold, I have to take this back in, which is going to start to be a bit of a nightmare because that's nearly as tall as me now and I have to put it on a windowsill. I'll sort something out with that though. But yeah, that is brilliant. That is, I'm really happy with that. There's my spring onions. They've got a seed, but if I chop those off, they'll start growing again. The bamboo growing all right. I've got some pots here that's supposed to have had broad beans, runner beans and stuff like that in. That's a potato plant. Pretty sure that's a potato plant. Pretty sure that's a potato plant, and I'm pretty sure that's a potato plant. That's potatoes that have been left over. What I might do is either just leave those how they are, but then I'll probably have 1 potato in there, or I've got a load of sprouting potatoes in the kitchen. I might just bury those in there soon, just so there's something in them. Again, we'll see. That's garlic. I don't even know what to do with that. It's been in there so long, it's probably no good anymore. These are broad beans. Now they're growing all right. I might get a couple of broad beans. So yeah. And then in the little greenhouse, we have got some, I think those are squash or pumpkins. That's a tomato plant, I think. Yeah, it's a tomato plant. So at least we've got a few things, and I'm not going to take these out of here until they're big enough to be all right on their own. So basically, when they can't fit in here anymore, I'll take them out and put them in the big pots. They will go in these eventually. So yeah, there's the update for the plants. We should now switch back to the video I did about 3 or 4 days ago. So there you go. That is the progress of the plants this year. The only thing that's really doing well are those runner beans, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right though. It is what it is. I'll plant some potatoes soon. Right, cheers for watching everyone. I appreciate it. See you later.